Hi Year 2. Okay, ready for our third lesson on addition and subtraction. Here we go. Okay, so today we're going to be looking at our addition and subtraction white rose booklet, and we're looking at pages 34 and 35. So just the 2 pages today. So just be mindful not to do any more than that because we'll be looking at the others tomorrow and Friday. Okay, so as normal, pick a number that you would like to do. Try and see if you can practice saying the rhymes over in your head. One of the things that I can do is attach this to our weekly timetable so that you've all got a reminder of the rhymes, and off you go. Well done. Okay, so we are going to play our Bond 10 game, which links to our Bond 20 game. So we know the rules. I'm going to say some numbers and then you're going to practice with your grown-ups or your learning partners in school. Okay, I'm going to say the number 2. So you're going to say 8. So I'll say 12 and you'll say 8. Brilliant. I'm going to say the number 5. You're going to say 5. I'm going to say 15. You're going to say 5. Challenge. If I said 25, you would say 5 to make 30. If I said 26, you would say 4 to make 30, the same as 6 and 4 make 10. So have a go at playing that, and if you want to challenge yourself, see if you can look at those bonds to 30. It's the same rules and same relationships. Off you go. Brilliant stuff. Okay, so we're going to go onto our separate PowerPoint, and again I'm using these off of the NCETM, I always say that wrong, website. So disclaimer, this is not my PowerPoint. I use these, they are fantastic. And we're carrying on with looking at 10 more and 10 less. Okay, so just a little recap from yesterday where we looked at the digits, didn't we? And we looked at the tens and ones digits, and we looked at the ones digit remaining the same. We can always see that 5. And we looked at the tens digit and how it changed if we added on 10 and it got bigger, the tens digit was getting greater. And if we looked at subtracting 10, the tens digit got lower, it got less. And we can see that here. Brilliant. Okay, so if we look at this within a part-whole model, it's exactly the same rules. We've got a 10 and a 36 makes 46. And there's our calculation there. And just the other way around. Remember, it doesn't matter how we write our part-wholes. We could have the whole number at the bottom. We could have the whole number on its side. Doesn't matter how we draw the part-whole. Okay, so if we look at our relationship between 5 and 15, okay, we've added on 10, and we can see that extra group of 10 that's before our 5, our ones digit. If I move that now, you can see that the relationship between 8 and 18 is added on 10 to 8 to make 18. And you can see the relationship between 2 and 12. I've added on 10 to 2 to make 12. Okay, so we've got some missing numbers now to work out in terms of our calculations. So this one at the bottom is a little bit trickier. But we've got a missing whole number here. So who can pause the video and have a go at doing this? Remember what stays the same and what changes. Brilliant. We know that our ones digit stays the same. We're looking at something ending in a 2, and our tens digit is greater. So if we looked at this, it would be 82 as our whole number. Okay, remember we've started with the answer, we can do that. And this one at the bottom, this one is where we start to think about that area of challenge. And some of you do get stuck with this because some of you would look at this, 72, and you'd go straight to this, take away 10. And I know that you'd put 62 in there, okay? But we need to think about a greater number that takes away 10. If We have this number here. Remember, we only work within these 3 numbers and we haven't got 62 on there. We've got to have a greater number that takes away 10 to be left with 72. So it's got to be 82 there. So just be careful with some of you that you don't look between these numbers, because actually we've got this equals symbol in between, and we've got to think that's taking away 10 to be 72. So that's where a bar model or a part-whole model is really handy when we're looking at building those calculations, because we're only working within those 3 numbers. Okay, what could it be here? What could it be here? Pause the video and have a go at this one. Okay, excellent. Okay, so we could have 46 is the same as 56 take away 10. Remember, we're only working within these 3 numbers. This, take away this, leads us to this. This, add this, leads to this. So again, a fantastic use of a part-whole model to help us building our calculations. So this is where we're going to move our maths lesson onto today. So we looked at just thinking about 10 more and 10 less, but now we're going to start thinking about those groups of 10, those multiples of 10. So we've got a multiple of 10 here, the number 30, and we're adding it on, okay, where we've got, in our ones column, we've got, sorry, on our digit, we've got our 5 in our ones column. So we've got 45 here and we're adding on 30. So we need to combine those groups of 10 before we think about the ones. So you can see we think about the ones afterwards, and altogether we have 7 groups of 10 and 5 ones. We have 75 as our whole number. So you can see here that we've partitioned it out and we're thinking about the groups of 10 and the ones, that ones digit there, that 5 digit separately. I think there's a clearer diagram here. Yeah. So we've partitioned this out. We've done this plenty of times. You guys have done this lots in year 1. We know that 45 is 4 groups of 10 and it's 5 ones. But we just need to think about when we're adding on multiples of 10, we need to partition into our 10. So we've just got 4 groups and the 3 groups makes 7 groups, makes 70. And then we can link our 5 back in afterwards. We can combine our 5 back on. Okay, so based on this, you guys, let's go back to this, have got a challenge here to do, and you've also got these 2 pages to do. And across these 2 pages, it's going to ask you to start thinking about more than one group of 10. We've got some Deans here where it's asked you to think about adding on 20 here, and then you've just got some calculations at the bottom, and it says use base 10 Deans to complete the calculations. So please use MathsBot to use Deans to help you work these out, or you can have a go at drawing these pictorially, drawing your Deans and ones on the side. But just these 2 pages for today, and we will see you back tomorrow for Thursday's lesson. Bye.